The box is upside down right now. We'll take a look at it in just a moment, but since it's upside down, take a look at these. This is a toolbox that's designed for the back of an ATV, and so it slides all over the place. And so these little rubber things, they act as washers, and I'll put the screws through them using this little jig. This is just some old rubber roofing. Whenever you're doing this, you want to add a drop of oil to the cutter. This is just mineral oil. The cutter is just a sharpened pipe. Why am I bothering to do this? Because the bottom of this is polyurethane, and so it slides all over the place on the back of the ATV. And hopefully this will stop it. There we go. They're like suction cups. That will do, I think. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of it. No complaining about the color. Well, the box didn't fall out at least. The chainsaw's teeth dig into the box. Jeez. So you can see what my problems are. Toolbox, chainsaw, splitting axe. I like to keep all three of those on there somewhere because when I come back here, this is one of my favored places to split. Clearly I have some remaining problems to work out, but this video is about the box, so let's take a look at this. The design is a little bit quirky and impractical, and I would have it no other way. Look at these. These are pieces of oak that have been slotted using a router so that they can move up and down. And this is a piece of copper pipe and just some old bull rope. So the idea was that when it's in a down position, it'll keep the lid from, if it does pop open, which it won't, it at least shouldn't fall off, because the goal here is don't lose anything when I'm driving this thing all over the place. Dimensions of the box itself on the outside are 10 by 10 by 20. And what else can I say about it? It's made out of quality plywood and oak, and the rope handle is not the best, especially not for use with one hand, and this could have just been pinned straight through to allow this to just rotate freely. But as I've said, when these are up, I wanted it to fall down to help hold that down. The idea didn't work out so well, but this is what it is, and this is how it'll stay, because it functions pretty well. This is kind of the crown jewel. This is a neat idea. What's going on here? You can open it up for this half, or move it away to get into this half. Flip it around. Pretty simple to operate. Extremely frustrating, or rather, extremely frustration free, which is how it needs to be for a barbarian like myself. who's quickly looking for his hatchet or his wedges. 1/2-inch plywood, 3/4 plywood, and a piece of leather. If you look at the leather, the art is in how do you screw this together. Well, I put both pieces like this and clamped them down to a table as I screwed the leather underneath and held it bent. That was extremely difficult, so I'll show you an easier way. So instead, clamp these two pieces of 1/2-inch plywood to your workbench and separate them by 1 5/8 of an inch right here. And then if you pull your leather tight like this, you could just lay it flat and screw these 1-inch boards over top of it. That way you already have the spacing figured out, and as long as the leather is flat, then when you put it, after you're done screwing it together, when you fold it, it will already be the correct distance. So, all things considered, I like the box. I like the military green camo grade sort of look that it has, just because it matches that warthog. You know, it suits its purpose. It's not perfect, but it's cool. And the leather thing I'm extremely happy with. The lid is very easy to use. So, just a general purpose, strange toolbox. And I'm sure I'll get many, many years of usage out of it. Always tinkering, always trying to improve. If you have any good ideas for this situation, let me know. I'm thinking of just attaching this to this somehow so it can't fall off. I also don't want it to move to this side. The suction cups helped a little bit, but as for this, it's just going to have to be tied on there somehow. In case you're wondering, on the inside of this, there's a stop nut. That way it doesn't work itself loose. And also, these are not pills. This is chalk for marking logs. And foamy earplugs for prolonged chainsaw use. These are orange, so they show up out in the bush pretty well, as are the shims. And why do the shims look so haggard? Look closely. Those are knife cuts. If you use a utility knife to score shims in this direction, so that your utility knife is pointing in the direction that the shim is while you're making the score marks, it makes these barbs, which make the shims less likely to pop out when you're smashing them into a log. Alright, see you on the next subject. Hope you like this.